Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light, Libra. All right, air sign. If you didn't know, for those of you who are trying to find out what element you are, if you are a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, you are an air sign. This message is specifically for Libra. All right. Libra, make sure that you listen to your air sign reading. All right, you may get distracted because I start the reading off by saying Gemini, okay, but that message is for you, okay. Also, there is an air sign reading that states Aquarius, Libra, you, and Gemini. All right, so Libra, pertaining to you, it's about moving forward, okay, about the Eight of Cups here. And with this Eight of Cups, it's like whatever it is that you experience, you're now looking for clarity for you, not the event or the situation that occurred. It's more so that's why you're walking away. You're going to go get your answers, okay, that benefits you. Basically, you are definitely in Aries energy, unapologetically putting yourself first. All right, and you feel like you don't owe anyone any explanation. All right, for some of you, you want to know what balance actually feels like. Okay. Some of you are tired of the highs and the lows, up and down. And there's this sense of some of you experiencing the same thing alone. And you're like, dang, why am I still feeling like this? But it's not as detrimental of having to go through things without cause compared to, or should I say, having to go through things, unnecessary things. Now, since it's about you, it's like you have options, meaning you have the choice to be in good spirits. You have the choice to stay in a low vibrational energy. You have the option to figure things out. Okay? So there's how many questions? There's 3 questions I have for you. What are you avoiding? Okay. What did you learn that you're taking with you? Whatever you walked away from, what did you learn? Where it's going to help you through your next phase of decision making, your next phase of experiencing relationships with people. The 3rd question: what are you suppressing? Are you suppressing how someone else wants to make you feel? And that's why you're needing space. For some of you who are needing that space, that's your clarity. When you're separated from someone, you're realizing you're more happy than being in the same environment as someone else. Specific. All right. I also channeled Libra that someone doesn't want to lose you, but they blame you. Also, someone does not know how to change their circumstance. And that could literally be your dark of the soul night. It's this sense of you being able to, you know how to uphold yourself very well. So it's pretty much unbelievable if you were to tell someone, I don't know how to do something. It's like someone saying you're blowing smoke up their ass. Or Libra, you're pretending like you don't know how to do stuff. And because you know how to do so much, Libra, that people are not taking you seriously when you're saying, I seriously don't know how to do X, Y, and Z. You're not the only one. Believe me, I experience this all the time. People think, oh, SGL is really intelligent, but there's a lot of things that I can't comprehend. Honestly, I don't comprehend ABC 1, 2, 3. I don't comprehend layman. If it's difficult and complex, it's a natural gift. And it's a gift that I embrace. And I feel like if I conform to everyone else of what they think, that they think that I just, like, I understand. Like, if I try to make friends, it's hard for me. People make it difficult for me because they automatically place this person that's not me. And sometimes I get hard on myself. I become hard on myself. And then I want to be sad. But now I'm so used to that now it's more so like, nope, I am not going to be sad. I'm going to push through this. I'm going to continue to show who I am. And those people who disregarded me, I'm going to be nice to them, but they don't get access to me. Not like that. You get what I'm saying? There are so many people that I've cut off in my life that I honestly can say there's a lot of people that when I would get in an alone space or sad, I would then pull back in those people knowing that it wasn't a healthy situation. But every time I did it, it was a learning lesson of the same lesson. Okay. And that same lesson, it felt like it was making me strong, but it wasn't. It was an addictive situation. I was in a karmic situation. I realized that I was a karmic. And some of you are thinking like, oh my God, you are a karmic. Yeah, I was in a karmic. I was addictive to someone who put themselves in a situation to where I needed them. Where I was codependent. Because I felt like they were the only person that understood me. But then when it got rocky and it got back to the toxic behavior, then I would not run away. It was more so I would throw up my boundaries. So that's why my boundaries constantly were crossed, Libra. Then I was no longer taken serious because this person was so convinced that I would never go anywhere. This is family. This is ex, of when it comes to family, the codependency of the requirement of me putting myself in a position of always making myself available when I was never making myself available for myself. And then when I put up that boundary, Libra, then I was the one to blame. I'm the one that was sad. I'm the one that was left alone and everyone's still living their lives. I could judge the way, the people I care about they're living their lives. And in reality, they're living their truth. A toxic truth. That will be toxic for me because that's not my truth. And so that's why there's this separation, because the way that I want to go about in life, it makes them see like, what, I'm not trying to change. So you need to associate yourself around people who are like you. And even when you get in that, I want to say, when you put yourself in a situation where you can build relationships with other like-minded people, understand there's going to be issues there too. Okay? There's going to be tests to see how strong you are, to see how open you are. And if you're new to that, like for instance, I'm in this group of a group of women, and I've made it very, very clear, and you can tell, that I'm a newbie. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like over and over again. It's like my intuition says, just kind of stay in the back scene and kind of learn. There's many times where I've embarrassed myself in the group. I'm responding. I'm, being a team player, but I'm so quick to respond because I'm looking for stimulation in a way of being able to communicate with another human being. But this is another form of communication. I'm not really used to digital communication. I'm used to actually being around a body. And this is a whole different form. For me, it's a more healthier form. It's teaching me to create more boundaries. It's teaching me to enjoy my me time. It's teaching me to create more space within my space of my own liking. But it's also teaching me to be open to engage. So yeah, I've embarrassed myself multiple times. Doesn't mean I'm gonna run away. And when sometimes when certain people communicate with me, I get not emotional and not attached. It's more so immediately my guard goes up. Immediately I start analyzing. And I'm like, what am I analyzing? All they did was just wave at me. You know what I mean? And it's kind of, I start thinking like, why are they waving at me? Is there some kind of, what's going on? And it's kind of like, no, just breathe. Just breathe. So I'm encouraging Libra, as much as you don't want to judge, if facts present itself, accept those facts, but follow your heart as well. Okay? And that's what your Eight of Cups is kind of like. It's like a lesson learned here. And universe is saying you can learn this lesson as many times as you want, but doesn't mean that it's guaranteed that you'll keep coming out of these lessons. Okay? And so, and the reason why is some of you are looking for a companion. All right? And that's a good thing, when you're looking for companionship. And what I'm learning in this group, I'm learning different terminology. I'm learning all these things that I was not aware because I'm, a lot of people have their master's and degree, and I'm not saying that you have to have that. I'm saying whatever your interest is, Libra, associate yourself. If you are a gamer, associate yourself with gamers. If you like, Pokemon stuff, avatars and stuff like that, associate yourself with people who enjoy those things. If you are a person, that, likes things about your higher self, associate yourself in groups that, talk about those things. But for the most part, you want to involve yourself in groups that do activities. If you're unable, you don't have the money at this time to travel, then join groups that do the video. Not only are you saving, only expense that you're paying for is your internet or your cell phone bill. So it's all about what you want. And it's okay, Libra, to say, I'm learning what I want when it comes to companionship. Okay? Like when I joined this group, next thing you know it, they were like, hey, should we start a singles group? And they were like, if you want to join, I'm like, yeah, I want to join, And I made it very clear that, all the conversations that are going on really don't have nothing to do with me because these other people are looking for a relationship. I'm looking for a relationship, but pertaining to my companionship, I'm looking for a platonic relationship because I've never really had a genuine platonic relationship. I've always bought my friendships. I've never had a genuine friend. All the way up to a kid, I've never had a genuine friend. Never. Besides God himself. Okay? So don't just automatically think that when someone comes into your life that they want to take from you. Alright? Let it run its course. But let it run its course with you truly effectively being who you are, so that you take no losses if you choose to walk away with the Eight of Cups, or if they choose to walk away with the Eight of Cups. Alright? And this will confirm the cycles and rhythms. I want you to control the rhythm of your drum. Alright? I want you to be the main character in your story, Libra. Alright? I want you to follow your heart. Alright? Don't forget, love is kind. Love is gentle. Libra, take a leap of faith. You got this. Alright? All inquiries, email spiritualguideandlight@gmail.com. Now, Libra, don't just cut off. I want you to become a monthly supporter. You can start off as small as being dedicated to supporting my podcast, Spiritual Guide and Light, as small as 99 cents, no more than $9.99. Now, if you're not ready to have, a subscription, always monthly charging your credit card, then you can send your own gift via CashApp or PayPal. Okay? Also, there's a feature here on Anchor, and it's a voice message. You can also communicate that way. Okay? And I will receive your message, but I won't be able to respond. Alright? I don't respond to any hate email. I don't accept anything that has to do with harming someone else. Alright? I don't respond to those things. Now, if you're going through, again, this dark night of the soul, definitely, I encourage you to seek a counselor or a psychiatrist. But for the most part, as a spiritual healer, a spiritual motivator, okay, and a spiritual, I love to inspire, okay. You can email me at spiritualguideandlight@gmail.com. All right. I do charge for my services in pertaining to scheduled block time. I don't charge by the hour. I charge by the block time. Okay, meaning an open space for you. All right. Anywho, don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.